Could Essex clarify a little more details how the free choice system works? It sounds like it's kind of an honor system, but maybe some more details would help.
Well, because they're signed on for the year, and because they're paying per person, they have no reason to take more than they need, because they know when they come next week, they will have the choice of as much food as they need. So they just let us store it for them. The only thing that we sort of moderate is the meat, and Sam's in charge of that. Just making sure that the people who come later have as much of a choice of cuts as the people who come earlier. Can you tell me what details you'd like to hear more about so that I can be sure I answer what you're curious about?
Let's see. So I guess they come the same time, same day, every week, and you know just through experience about how much poundage per week you'll need to have on hand, even though there's kind of an ebb and flow of demand. Is that right?
Yeah, okay. Our distribution is from 4 to 7 on Fridays. We always make sure that we put aside some nice looking boxes so that the people who come later get as nice a choice as the people who come early. And anything else? We are there. I mean, if somebody were taking, I don't know, hoarding beets because they're selling beets on the side or something, we would know, but they're not. So it is, I suppose, something like an honor system in that we're trusting them not to give away vast quantities of food to their friends, or I don't know what else they would do with it. But it really does work. We know that we're going to go through approximately 2 bushels of beets a week. Or, we know that we're going to go through in the summer 3 to 6 bushels of lettuce. And that it just doesn't tend to change because our clientele is steady throughout the year.
And we can run out into the field and harvest more if we really screw things up, which happens if I didn't say to somebody, hey, you need 6 bushels of that. I think one of the intriguing problems with it, as I see it, is that a lot of people feel guilty taking all they want. And if I had to guess whether there's a failure of the system, it's that people will see a box half empty, not realize that there's a box below it. And actually, because they're excited about this sort of, wow, my neighbor needs to also get their beets, they won't take enough food. And that's actually a disservice to us, because then they go home and by the middle of the week they did run out of carrots because they didn't think that there were more left. So I think if we have work to do, it's especially in the vegetables, to some extent even in the meats, when Sam says, hey, there's only 2 pork chops per share, to let them know that there are 4 other rows that they can also have. And there is this sense of, like, a lot of times, well, I don't want to take too much. So I'd say that's actually more of an issue for us than others.
One of the sort of founding principles that was really important to us in the beginning and still is now is that for me, coming from a city, I was overwhelmed by the feeling of safety and abundance that was around me when I was on a farm. And we want our members to feel the same way. We want them to feel like they can eat like farmers. And so part of our overproduction is that we want to make sure that every person who subscribes to our farm feels that same sense of safety and abundance and being surrounded by food that we feel.